Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Instagram and Facebook. How y'all doing? Let's see. Let me get my sister joined. Happy Sunday, y'all. How y'all doing? Hope you're having a fabulous day.
Good evening.
Good evening. Hey, how you doing, sis?
Doing good, doing good. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. Poor
I
Dax.
got
She
I
probably
got the I
Gracie wanted
got
to come in here.
the ring light eyes going, but other than that, we're good.
That's all right.
Okay, now I
I
don't
have
need
no
my
light,
glasses. I'm
so
gonna just do like this, so that way you got the ring light eyes going. So welcome you guys to
yes.
Instagram and Facebook, wherever you end up seeing this post. The purpose of our thing today is we're going to follow up on what we talked about last week. Remember, we talked about reading labels, how important that is, checking your numbers, knowing what they are, so that way, now we want to put it together this week. We're going to see how you can now take that information and make it work so that you can become the best version of yourself. So Michelle has some information. I'm going a little bit more into, some people asked about that salad dressing, a little bit more about, how to know the serving sizes and stuff like that. So Michelle, you want to get with them on that?
Yes. So we had gotten some feedback, and a lot of people were really surprised. They didn't realize the serving sizes. Even I should say how to read the serving sizes on their salad dressing or anything for that matter. But we're talking today about the salad dressing. So she said, Michelle, could you show it? Show the salad dressing. And I said, absolutely. So I'm glad that there was interest because I know when I found out, it helped me to see why, my blood pressure had been, increasing. So I'm not home. So I'm at my daughter's house. So I'm using one as an example. So let me see if you can read this. Okay, can y'all see that? You see how you have your nutrition facts on the back, and it has the percentage of the daily value and how much sodium, right? So when you look on the back, and this is for any salad dressing, right? So this particular one, it says the serving size is 2 tablespoons. So this jar of salad dressing is 140 calories, but it also states that it has 280 milligrams of sodium. Now, sodium doesn't bother everyone the same. So, for example, for me, I can't have a lot of sodium. Too much sodium for me is over 10 grams. Over 10 milligrams of sodium is too much for me, right?
And that's per serving, right?
That's per serving. Remember, this is per serving. So when you look at it, so how many serving sizes does this say? So in this bottle, it says servings about 16. So this entire one is, see, it's not that big. It's
Uh,
16. It's 16 servings, right? So this amount per serving, that's what it actually says on the back, is 2 tablespoons. So tablespoons of this is 280 milligrams of sodium. So just imagine if you pour it on like some do, right? Because some of them want their vegetables wet, right? You can have 4, maybe even 5, servings of salad dressing, you know?
yeah.
Some people eat more dressing than they do a salad. So we have to be careful of that. So what's another thing that's interesting, it says a percent of the daily value. So it says 12%. All right. So anything over 10% is high, right? They consider, believe it or not, 10% as being low and anything over it to be higher. But someone like me, for example, 280 milligrams at 12% of the daily value is way too much for me, right? So I can't even use
And
two
one of the
tablespoons.
things that we got to think about is that that's just on the salad dressings. You got other things in your meal. If your meal
Mm-hmm.
is made up of other components. If the only thing you're not eating is salad dressing, obviously, you're going to have other stuff that's included. Suppose you decide to add something like croutons. They're going to
Mm-hmm.
have their own
Right.
sodium content. You
Mm-hmm.
know, if you have a slice of toast with it, whatever. But then that's only part of your day. So you're
Mm-hmm.
talking about 10% or 12% of what you need out of the entire day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the other thing I'll just share is some had asked me, what do you use for salad dressing? So I use balsamic, and there's a brand by Annie's that I like. And actually, that's the only brand that I found in my area where I live that I can get the salad dressing that's within the sodium content for myself, because the sodium is only 10. And I don't even use a full 2 tablespoons, actually, because I actually prefer to just have a little. And I'll squeeze some lemon juice on it, and it gives it such a nice flavor. So I like that. And that's if I'm not making my own. But if you're seeing this sister chat and you'd like some recipes of some that you could even make yourself, just direct message me or comment below, and I'll get you some of the rest. I'll share what I have, and you could try them and see if it works for you. But I just wanted to answer that question, because I promised that when we came live I would address that issue.
Excellent.
Okay, and how to read it. All right.
Excellent. So now let's go into now once a person starts to make changes, like we talk monthly about our shred. And why do we emphasize on something like that? Because the things that are is that the aspects of the shred, they are things that are designed to help us to not only to reset and detox our body, but it gives our body, by eliminating certain things out of our diet, not depriving ourselves where we can't, there's no limit on what we can eat within the good stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but by doing that, like let's say when we take away the gluten or take away the sugar,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we find that we end up having sensitivities we were not aware of. And so it's just like, looking at, we talk about looking at your numbers, looking at maybe your blood pressure is tracking higher and higher. You don't just keep looking at the number and don't do anything. You start making adjustments to your lifestyle and your diet. So can you put the light on, please? Make adjustments to your lifestyle and to your diet. And then, so it's the same way when you find, let's say when you're doing the shred, that you're taking away certain things and you maybe stop bloating as much,
Mm-hmm.
or you start to have more energy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that tells you that something that you've eliminated is not your friend. You
Right.
see?
That's like that
So
gluten
you
for me.
become, exactly, yeah. And even things like getting enough rest. Part of the shred instructions is for us to have about 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Well, we got to get to bed at a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, not eating after a certain time of day. Well, all of those components builds up a building blocks for a healthier version of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to try to adopt some of those things, because when we say, okay, when I exercise for 30 minutes every day, take it a brisk walk and stuff like that, I do have the time and I feel better. Check, keep that in. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Man, when I eat after 8, I don't feel the same.
Mm-hmm.
Check, throw down 2 more hours. So what we're encouraging you guys to do is, when you see something that works for you, take out that little portion
Mm-hmm.
and start making those building blocks to the best version of yourself.
Right.
And when you do that, you'll feel the difference, and your body is going to start to act like it's supposed to act.
Right. That's a good point you brought out, Renee. I noticed that when I have some protein and I also take my supplement in the morning, my workout, I have better endurance. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not as taxed. In my case, I have the pacemaker and it's working really hard. I'm glad. But I found that I endure so much better, and I can really have a nice cardio workout that way. So taking notes of how you feel when you do certain things is so important. Even when, like you said, when you talk about sleep, our body, we need it. We have to sleep. We were designed to
Mhm.
rest. We weren't designed to be a machine to just keep going, 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 going and never stopping, right? So when you take note of your sleep and how you feel in the morning, you get to see how much you really require, the
Yeah.
minimum of what you require so that you're more productive and efficient, and how much you really need. For me, I'm like amazing with 8 hours. Anything under 8 hours, I'm not as amazing, but I feel much better with 8 to 9 hours of sleep. But that's me. You might
Yeah.
require 6 to 7. That might work for you, but we
Yeah.
really should be having 7 to 9 hours of sleep as an adult, believe it or not. So
And,
right now,
sorry, and that's the key, is making it the best version of ourselves. Like Michelle mentioned about the sodium, her tolerance for sodium, she's doing most of her medication that she would have been on, given her congenital heart issues. She would have had a bunch of medication, but she's using what she knows to help to avoid the medication, because we all know those medications. I saw a commercial that's coming on now. Check your kidneys if you have diabetes. Yeah, they know it's not the diabetes itself, it's the medications they put you on when you have these diseases. You see?
exactly.
So you have to be proactive, and when you are proactive and pay attention to the signals that your body is giving you, you're going to become the best version of yourself. And that's what we want here at Sister Chat, to help each other to
Yes,
do it.
that's what it's about. Okay, we want to pour into you and share our knowledge with you and what has helped us. Okay. All right. So have an amazing rest of your Sunday. I'm going to enjoy my grandchildren, and I will talk to you later. Sis, I love you.
Okay. Bye bye, guys.
Sister
Nah.
Cat.
Bye
I'll
bye.
see you later on Facebook and Instagram.